I will never leave. I will never die. I will never redesign me. I will never.
Hello and welcome to the Wellness Talk with Carla. We are starting a little bit later today. We had some really interesting, that's one of the themes,
Yeah.
just unfortunately that
Keep
keeps us
going,
here.
yeah.
So, I guess we will just dive right in. I'm equally excited and nervous for
Yeah.
today's chat. And yeah, I am very happy to have you here, Shantae. Thank you so much for joining us. Shantae is a devoted wife, a proud mother, and a dedicated pharmacist assistant whose heart is rooted in serving others with compassion and care. So both professionally and personally, she's passionate about bringing hope and encouragement and support to people navigating challenging seasons in their lives. Following the heartbreaking loss of her babies, Shantae has transformed her pain to purpose, drawing from her own journey through pregnancy loss and healing. And she's also become a passionate advocate for pregnancy and infant loss, and spreading awareness for that, using her voice to break the silence surrounding grief and to remind bereaved families that they are never alone. Through sharing her story, with empathy and honesty and a lot of vulnerability, I believe, Shanta hopes to inspire meaningful conversations, foster understanding, and offer hope to parents who are navigating the loss. Her mission is to ensure that every family knows that their grief is valid, their babies are remembered, and healing is possible. So, as we keep talking about parental mental health, this is unfortunately one of those very uncomfortable conversations that we do have to have, to shed light on these really real and raw experiences that parents go through, and they do affect our mental health and how we parent at the end of the day. But why do you think it's important for us to talk more openly about these sensitive and personal experiences?
I think for a long time, pregnancy and infant loss has been something people suffer through in silence. And this silence is, yeah, it's incredibly lonely.
Mm-hmm.
But by sharing our story, I hope that parents know that it's okay to it's okay to grieve. Grief has no timeline. Um, no timeline.
Yes.
And if my story even helps one person, then sharing it was worth it.
I am so happy to hear that. I know it's a very vulnerable and difficult thing for us to do, but like I said, I think it's so important for us to shed light on these experiences because, like you said, it can be such a lonely road, and we have to put it out there that it's
Yeah.
okay for people to suffer and
Or to
to
talk about it.
talk about it.
I mean,
Yes,
so
it's a topic we tiptoe
yeah,
around.
nobody talks about it, and I think it's important. We must talk about it.
Yeah, and it's okay to talk.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's okay to talk about it. Yeah.
So, what do you wish more people understood about pregnancy and infant
You know, this is a topic I wish more. I wish the people understood that pregnancy and infant loss is not. It's every experience is different. Everyone experienced the loss different.
Yeah.
In our case, we had 4 different losses. So it it's different. We had our first loss was a baby of 9 weeks where there was no heartbeat anymore.
Yeah.
The second one was a 22-week-old baby who I
Oh.
gave normal birth to, um, because he had chromosomal abnormalities.
Yes.
And then the third one, which is very close to my heart, is the baby he lived for 3 days. Yeah, he was born on 29 weeks, and then he lived for 3 days, and then instead of taking him home, we needed to plan a funeral for him,
Yeah.
and I don't imagine that is the one unimaginable loss, and
Yes. Yes.
I don't wish that upon anyone.
Yeah.
And then a few people know this, but our most recent loss was in this year. Also just 8 weeks. But I always say whether it's 4 weeks or 40 weeks or 3 days, a loss is a loss, and your babies is
Yeah.
it's
They were
it's
still there.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually wondering how you felt about that because many parents of miscarriage um, feel that way, that it doesn't matter when the miscarriage happened,
Yeah.
it's still, you still feel that loss, you still
Yeah,
grieve. But I
and
was wondering if it was different for you with an infant.
yeah, it's you know, you get excited when you see those two pink
Cool.
lines and you start dreaming, and all four of them was boys.
Yeah.
So all had names, I had dreams for all of them.
Wow.
I had, yeah, and
You
then
imagine. You
yeah,
imagine
and
the
then
person they
now
could be.
you don't lose a baby or an infant, you lose
Hmm.
those hopes, the dreams.
The potential.
You lose everything, and
Yeah.
that's why it's so important for people to. It's there is no small loss. All losses are the
Yeah.
same. Yes, we grieve differently because we had a baby,
Yes.
and he was 3 days old.
Mm.
Yeah,
The process is different, the
yes,
experience is
yeah.
different, but the
We
pain.
yeah, it's still the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes so much sense. How did your partner, your family, your close friends navigate this experience with you? I know it can be so hard for people around us when something like this happens,
Yeah,
not knowing
so
what to do.
this one I think I'm gonna need this tissue. But yeah,
People can expect some tears
yeah.
in this conversation.
One of the biggest things I learned is that two people grieve differently.
Yes.
Me and my husband, we shared the same loss,
Hmm.
but we expressed it differently.
Okay.
He used his grief. He went for a run,
Mm.
and then he'll come back, and then he'll say on kilometer whatever he stopped because he wanted to give up, and then he thought of Hanku, and then he said no, he kept going. My grief is sitting at home under his blanket and crying my eyes out. And but I won't, if we ever do this journey again, if it's ever on our path again, I won't do it with anyone else. My husband is really my pillar of strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's
don't think,
important.
and yeah, and what people not know, well, people not talk too much is that they grieve too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
it's just not,
Yeah.
it's not the mother, just the mother.
No.
They grieve too.
Yeah.
And then, well, my mother also carried a different kind of pain because she didn't just lose a grandson; she was watching her own child lose a child. So, and as a parent, um, this is heartbreaking. So I just imagine how that burden for her must have been to see
Yes.
her own child lose a child.
Yeah.
And me as a parent, I would never want to let my child experience that because that pain is
Of course.
unimaginable. So
Yes.
yeah, but you know what? My mother was, she still is. She's my, my mother.
Yes.
She's my
Oh,
rock.
she's
She,
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't imagine what that experience must have been like for all of you.
Yeah, and also the friends and the family. I mean, they all lost a grandson,
Yeah.
a great grandson, a nephew, a friend who they all began to love. Our friendship is, we have a very tight friendship, so we all have the same dreams and excitement and everything. And
Yes.
then to tell them, but listen, you need to come to the hospital because he's
Yeah.
not gonna make it. And you know what? Without hesitation, they were right there.
Wow.
They were right there by my side. And I think that is the important thing. Your village.
Yes.
Your village is important.
Yes.
Even if they just tell you, listen, I thought of you today. That's fine.
That's something.
But the main thing is we must remember our babies.
Yeah.
We must say their names.
Yeah.
You must remember the baby. My sister's children, they are 2 and 4, and they remember Hanku as they will pick up a feather and she'll bring it to me and she'll say, Hanku came to visit today. Keanu will look up in the sky and you will say, oh look, there's a star, it's Hanku. So and they are 2 and 4. So you can't, the impact that he left on everyone's lives is just, it's special for me.
Wow. That is beautiful.
So yeah,
that is beautiful. I think you're so right.
Yeah.
It is something that helps the process when we say their names, when
Yeah.
we talk about
Yeah.
them. And like you said, it doesn't matter how far along that happened.
No.
I can just relate to you a little bit on that level
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
we lost our baby girl at
Yes.
13 weeks and she had a name.
Yeah.
And my eldest daughter will ask, how big was Nova?
Yeah.
How big did she get?
Yes.
And she would want to see something and hold something that was that size that she was.
Yes.
And she would ask questions like, how
Yeah.
old would she be now? And, we still talk about
Yeah,
her.
yeah, and it's important to talk about it with
Yes.
Dion as well. The sister at the hospital he was born on the Friday, and the Sunday she said to us, listen, he can quickly come in and see him.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
he was there. He asked a lot of questions because he was full of pipes and
Yeah.
the monitors that were beating and everything. So he
Yes.
asked a lot of questions, but now still they are small, so they don't. He wonders where he is. Wanneer kom hy nou huis toe?
Yes.
That's the question.
Yes.
When does he come home? And then you must remind him again.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
but
not how that works.
yeah, he's with Liewe Jesus, and you need to. And then you ask, but why is he there and not with us? And then then
it's a whole other thing to navigate.
Yeah,
it's not just the loss itself.
No, it is.
It's parenting after the loss as well. It's a really tough road to walk. And like you said, not something you wish on anybody at all.
Yeah, no, not even on your worst enemy.
No. I think we need a moment for some tears. I'm going to go on a break here and we'll go in that song and then we will get right back into it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jane wil verdwyn tussen die meer papier rondom my en die kleure, dit skree op my, maar ek is moeg om weg te kry. Plain Jane sê vir my, gaan die lewe by my verby, agter die skerms is waar jy my kry, daar is 'n lelie binne my woorde, agtergrond geraas op doewe ore. Kan jy my hoor, kan jy my hoor? Meer blad met opgekom, saam met die oggendson, ek kan al my kleure vir jou wys, as jy net weet waarom te kyk. Meer blad met opgekom, staan jy nou so verstom, en ek weet, en ek weet, en ek weet, jou tyd het gekom om te blom, 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 blom hier, blom, blom, oh, oh, blom, 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 blom hier, blom, 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 blom. Blom hier, blom, blom, oh, oh, blom, 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 blom hier, blom, blom. Plain Jane sien jy my, die sonneblom het lig gekry, vir te lang in die skadu's gebly, volkleur die reënboog binne my. Die kleure, kaleidoskoop van hoop vir hierdie lewe. Kan jy my sien, kan jy my sien? Meer blad met opgekom, saam met die oggendson, ek kan al my kleure vir jou wys, as jy net weet waarom te kyk. Meer blad met opgekom, staan jy nou so verstom, en ek weet, en ek weet, en ek weet, jou tyd het gekom om te blom, blom, blom. Blom hier, blom, blom, oh, oh, blom, 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 blom hier, blom, 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 blom. Blom hier, blom, blom, oh, oh, blom, 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 blom hier, blom, blom. Blom, blom, blom hier, blom, blom, oh, oh, blom, blom, blom. Blom hier, blom, blom, oh, oh, blom, blom.
Okay. All right, that was a lovely song, Mutlum by Liesel. And it is 37 minutes past 2. It's a late start for us, but it's rather late than never. Thank you so far for sharing and being vulnerable. I know it's a very difficult conversation, but I do appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
Were there comments that, although they were well intentioned, were actually hurtful? And what were some things that people did or what they said that actually brought some comfort?
Yeah, the people's comments. Hey, like
Yeah.
you're young, you can have another baby, or
Mm.
at least you can get pregnant, or
Mm.
yes, you are fertile.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
wow, that's inappropriate.
yeah.
Whoa.
So, or everything happens for a reason. Yeah, I don't think everything happens for a reason, because if my baby would still be here,
Yeah.
babies. But yeah,
Wow.
so yeah, and that can
Yeah.
hurt. You want to
Yeah.
plan milestones. You don't want to remember the day. Oh, I remember this day I lost my baby. Um, so that is why I stuck on the saying that don't give your opinion if you don't walk through that
Yes.
person's shoes.
Yes, yes.
If you know 100% what that person is going through, then state your opinion. But other than that,
I
yeah,
must say, almost 4 years later, almost 4 years now, it's it still doesn't help to hear that
no,
it's okay. These things happen for a reason.
no,
What reason is there that I don't
yeah.
have my baby with me?
Or you have another child, so
Yes,
it's fine.
it's
That
okay.
child that you had doesn't replace the other one that
No,
you lost.
no, no, no.
So yeah, and the things that brought me comfort were actually simple. But people that aren't afraid to say my baby's name, but especially the baby that lived for 3 days, Hanku.
Yes.
They're not afraid to say his name. Who checked in weeks and months after everyone else, their lives
Yeah.
just moved on.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
thought, okay,
True.
if I check in for a few weeks, she'll be fine afterwards.
Yeah.
No,
No.
no, you're not
Grief
fine.
doesn't work
No,
like that.
no, that it has no timeline. So sometimes it's not about fixing your pain. It's about sitting next to you and just holding your hand and saying nothing.
Yeah.
That's all.
Just holding space for that.
Yeah,
Then. Not
yeah.
trying to make it go away, not trying to say the right thing
Yeah,
or to fix it.
because I don't
Just
think
take it.
there is a right thing to say.
No, what can you say?
No, yeah. I know they mean well,
Yes,
but
yes, of course.
obviously a grieving parent does not want to hear if everything happens for a reason,
It doesn't help.
because it doesn't help, and you're not helping. You, that person that's saying that to the grieving parent, you're not helping. Hold my hand, make me a cup of coffee, and tell me tell me tell me what your plans was with him. What were we are going to be friends, so tell me the dreams. Let me tell you the dreams, or the memories, or the plans I had for him, and then talk with me through it. Don't tell me, gosh, you're very fertile.
I don't think I would see that person again personally.
Yeah.
But I love how you say that it's important to ask about those dreams that you had in mind, or ask about those thoughts, because it means that someone is giving you the space to let those thoughts out, so you're not the only one sitting there with that just going around and around in your head. And these same thoughts and memories are coming up, or ideas of memories, the potential that I know is something that we grieve. To actually get that out there can also bring comfort, just to think about it.
And that's why I think it's so important for pregnancy and infant loss to be more expressed. It must be talked about more. I had a doctor, when we had the first loss, the doctor told me that the other person won't tell you they had a miscarriage. You will tell them, oh, I lost a baby, and then they will say, oh, me too. Because no one talks about it.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I feel like everyone talks about the weather or the load shedding or anything else. Why can't we talk about this too?
Yeah. I think it makes a lot of people very uncomfortable.
Yes.
But it's that way because we don't talk about it. If we normalize talking about these things, maybe we wouldn't suffer so much.
Maybe.
It would be quite nice. What practices and beliefs or routines have helped you keep going?
I don't think there was one thing that kept me going. Some days it was simply just to get through the day. Um,
Yes.
I learned to give myself permission to grieve, and not to rush it, because I think, I told my friend the other day that, it's difficult this time. It's difficult for me because it's near to November, so
Right.
I know what's happening.
Yes.
We needed to plan a first birthday, and now
Yes.
we're planning a first birthday in heaven.
Yeah.
So it's difficult for me, but yeah, I think you must just take one day at a time.
I
I
love
don't
that.
think I don't think you need to rush through everything. Um, yeah,
And I think respecting the way that every person grieves
yeah,
differently is so important.
yeah. It
Not
is
to
very
be mad
important.
at your partner for expressing it in a
No,
different way
no.
than what you would.
Or just like if we get invited to something, or listen, we're not. Don't be mad if we say, listen, we're not
Not feeling up to it.
yeah, it's a bit close to home. We're not feeling up
Yeah.
to it. Just understand, and good shot next time.
Yes. Yes.
Don't be like, oh, whatever. When you're gonna get over it or whatever. You're never
Yes.
gonna get over it.
No. No.
Never,
No.
never. You're never gonna get over it.
I don't think not any mother that I've spoken to
Yeah,
has
and
gone through this has ever said that it's fine, they're over it.
no, and the babies that I lost before Hungry is not. Hungry didn't replace them, but we thought, okay, this time
Yeah.
it's gonna
Have
be
some hope.
he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. And then it wasn't fine. But and then when we got pregnant again this year, it was also not about replacing him, because
No.
he can't. Nobody
can do that.
No. It was just that hope again, and then obviously didn't happen again. So
Yeah.
I think I also realized that my pain doesn't define me. But it shaped me. It has given me passion to speak more freely about it. And I think
Yes.
speaking about it is my way of healing
Yes.
and my grieving mechanism.
Awesome.
Like my husband's is going for a run.
Yeah.
I don't run.
You need to talk about it.
Yeah. You need to talk about it. I can't go on a run and I want to run to finish the run. I don't want to think about everything else. So for me, it is talking about it. And I started my own Facebook page, where I'm gonna upload videos about our losses.
Please share your page name with us so we can follow.
It's nogtans my getuienis.
Okay.
So it's on Facebook. And yeah, I'm gonna share videos about before, and then every loss we had. So I think it's important for me in my grieving process. It's for me, it is to talk about
it. It's a bit of like an online journal type of thing.
Yes,
and getting your memories out there, your thoughts.
And then if everyone wants to talk about it,
join in
and ask your questions. And
oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I think a lot of women do have questions.
Yes.
And they don't know where to direct them to.
Yes.
And not everybody is in a space where, although we should, and I would always encourage that we speak to a professional to work through these things, but not everybody can do that for various reasons. So maybe having a space online to go to and to just sit in those feelings, knowing that you don't sit with them alone, knowing that you can ask your questions from people who have been through this.
And if you just sit there and listen to my video and you take something from it, then it's worth it for you. It's worth it. Yeah, definitely worth it.
That is so beautiful. How did these experiences change the way that you see yourself? I know you said it's given you a lot of passion and courage to speak up.
Definitely.
What have you taken from
it? I've taken that it's okay to cry. I cry when I'm in the bath alone.
Yeah.
Then I cry. Because I think, and I'm not ashamed or shy or anything, but I don't want my child to see me cry. Because then the question is, why is mommy crying? And then I need to open that conversation again. And for me it is, I know not all of us need to be strong, but I need to be strong for him, because he also he lost his brother, and he knew about his brother
Yeah.
because when he passed away, we all could held him, and he held him.
Yeah.
He held him in his arms, so
Yeah.
you know there is a brother.
Yes.
But yeah,
And then you kind of have to switch off from your own grief and getting that out and crying in that moment to switch to parenting mode again. And that's
so
hard.
for me it is just grieving and crying whenever you feel like. Even if you're in the car on your way to work or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
Just let it out.
Yeah.
Just
that's important to me too. I think it is a good cry session really helps.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
I will be at work, and then there was two ladies there, and I would just start crying, and then they will know. They knew what I went through, so they knew why I was crying.
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily someone was mad or a patient was upset or whatever, but they knew. All of my colleagues that I worked with, they knew. So they knew the day when I come into work and I'm not myself, just let me be. Just let me be. And that is why it's so important to also share your story with all of them, because all of them had the same excitement for me.
Right.
I mean, they planned my baby shower. They planned my work baby shower for me. And then instead of planning my baby shower, they sat in the church on the funeral.
Yeah.
So I really think that, and I'm going to express this again, your village matters.
Yes.
You need to talk to someone. Even if it's not a professional.
Yes.
Even if it's your sister or your brother or your husband or anyone, you need to talk about it. You need to let it out. Because I don't tend to talk about it, and I keep it inside, and then one day I will burst.
Yeah, that happens.
And then I feel like I should have just talked to someone, or even just talk to yourself. My father always says to me, you can talk to yourself, just don't answer yourself. But
why not? I go
why not?
Advice.
Yes.
No,
So,
I think it's quite important to talk about it, and also what you mentioned about the village. I know a lot of women struggle with the village. I know many people are parenting without a village or much of a village, and I always tell people your village doesn't have to be your close friends and family. You can build a village from scratch. You can find support groups. You can find people who share some kind of experience with you that you can bond over, and then take it from there. Your village doesn't have to be a whole lot of people from all over, and people are all very close to you. You can really just start somewhere. So you starting an online platform, it can form part of someone's village at the end of the day.
And sometimes for me, it was just not talking to someone close to me, but the patient coming into the work and holding my hand and saying nothing.
Wow.
That was also a village.
Beautiful.
Or someone that looked me in the eyes and said, I'm not going to say anything to you. I just want to give you a hug. That's a village.
Beautiful.
Or me just talking to my husband. Listen, I don't have a lack a day today. Let's talk about it. And then talking to him and him talking to me, that's also a village. Your village doesn't need to be 10 people or 20 people. It sometimes just needs to be one person.
Someone you can turn to.
Or even my village, sometimes it's my child. I will speak to him, and then I will speak to him, and then I will say, we will talk about Hanku, and then he'll say, but where is he? And I want to show him my rugby ball, or I want to show him this, and I want to show him that. So for me, it's also their way of expressing their grief.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
My daughter likes to draw pictures for Nova. She would draw a picture every now and again. She would say, I think it's her.
Yes.
Or she would draw a little family picture, and then baby will be there.
That's beautiful. You see,
It's their way of saying that I know that you're part of us, even though we never met you.
So with Dian, he will go into the room. So we had a room made up and everything. So he'll go into the room now, and then I'll ask him where he is, and then he said, no, I'm in Uncle's room. And then he will just play there, or
beautiful.
And that is for me. That is, he made an impact on his life, and yours. And we love to see rainbows because we think that is his way of
That's your
saying
baby.
hello to us. So the other day we went for a walk and then we saw a rainbow and then he said, "Oh look, there's Hanku.
Oh wow.
He's with us on the walk." So
That's
yeah,
awesome. That is awesome, and that's also a little bit healing
yeah,
to
definitely.
see them go
Yeah,
through that and the way that they express
definitely, yeah,
the little bond that they've built.
yeah,
It's
and
beautiful.
yeah, it is, yeah.
We're gonna take another short break and then we'll keep chatting. Thank you.
I wandered through a wasteland, broken and alone. The fear and shame I carried claimed me to the bone. In your gentle stillness, you turned my heart to your grace. You raised me from my sorrow, breathing life face to face. God of all creation, Jesus set my heart aflame. In you sorrow meets redemption, and mercy knows my name. You call me your beloved, and I cry amen. In you sorrow meets redemption, and mercy knows my name. The wonder of your presence, the beauty of your name. You fill me with your spirit, I breathe in you again. You love me through my fear, give me hope in my pain. Your name on my lips, the gift I could not earn. You call me out of mourning, teach my heart to sing. No longer bound by sorrow, death has lost its sting. You clothe me in your glory, you removed my shame. I live to share your grace, Jesus, magnify your name. God of all creation, Jesus, set my heart on fire. In you sorrow meets redemption, mercy knows my name. You call me your beloved, and I cry amen. In you sorrow meets redemption, and mercy knows my name. I wandered through the wasteland, beauty everywhere. The Spirit walks beside me, reminding me I belong. From glory into glory, you're making all things new. My life a living offering, surrendered all to you. You are with me in my darkness, faithful through the flame. In your sorrow meets redemption, and mercy knows my name. You are my song forever.
That is a beautiful song called Mercy Knows My Name. It's actually written by a local person named from GQ. That's a friend of my mother's, very, very talented person, I would say. It's a gorgeous song there. And it's now gotten a permanent spot on the station. I love that. Yeah, so, okay, I have told you already, but I really appreciate and think that this conversation is so important to have. And I think if it just reaches one or two people that needed to hear that we can talk about this, it's going to be so well worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
um, so I would like to know how has these experiences shaped your parenting? Because I know that can have such an impact on the way that you parent as well.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
So for me, they've made me treasure the moments more. The hugs, the laughter, the bedtime, the bath time, all those what I once maybe taken for granted, I now
Oh, yes.
I treasure it.
Yes.
Because we saw firsthand experience that you can have your baby one day and 3 days later you don't have a baby anymore.
Yeah.
Now you have a little box with ashes, and you don't have bedtime or bath time with him. So yeah, and I think my child, without him even knowing it, he keeps me going. He really keeps me going.
They do.
He keeps me going, and yeah, it also taught me that love isn't measured by time. Live in the moment. Live in the moment. Yeah,
Just embrace it.
embrace every moment. Play the ball with him. Yeah.
That is beautiful. Something that my husband said one day really knocked me. It really caught me off guard, and it was quite a few, I think, probably 2 years after our loss. We were struggling with the kids, and I think our youngest was still a small baby. And we were going through a lot of adjustments, and we really had a tough day with the kids. And somewhere in the middle of utter chaos, my husband said, "This is okay because I would give anything to just go through a tantrum with Nova.
Yeah.
We could manage all of this because even the bad moments we would love to have with her."
So for us, it was being in the NICU. The doctor also said to us, listen, we just need to get past the first 72 hours. Okay, we didn't get past this first 72 hours, but we, in that 3 days we said, okay, we're going to be here a very long time, so we're going to have to make shifts. I'm going to be there, my husband's going to be there, my mother's going to be there. And now I would do anything to do a shift.
Take a shift
in the NICU. I would do anything to have him back, or just to see him there. But
those moments are all about survival. But then when you look back, you would take it again.
Yeah, I would definitely. I had a very difficult pregnancy with him. My mucus plug fell out on 13 weeks. So I needed to get a stitch. And then I had bladder infection upon bladder infection. So, and then I went into labor 4 times, 3 times, and then the 4th time the doctor said to me, listen, I'm sorry, we need to take him out now. It's not healthy in your stomach anymore for you. And then he was born on 29 weeks, 1.5 Ks, and we thought.
I think we all had so much hope for him. We really thought, like, I remember saying to my mom, and she said 1.5 Ks. I was like, wow, no, he's going to be fine. That's such a healthy weight, you know? You've seen me 2 babies fall through much harder than that. So I was like, no problem.
There was actually a little girl with him that was born in a few weeks before him, and she weighed like I think 800 grams.
Wow.
And she went home the other day.
Oh.
So,
and that's why it's hard to believe that it happens for a reason, because
what
it
was
doesn't
the
make
reason?
sense.
What was the reason? Someday we'll find out the reason. But
keep hoping that we do.
But but until then
at the same time, it doesn't make sense.
No.
Even if you do believe that it happens for a reason, or that whatever belief you hold around these things, at the same time, it can be true that it doesn't make sense to us right now.
It doesn't make any sense
in the moment. And it hurts forever after that.
And now I parent a child who's with me every day, but I'm also carrying the love of those who aren't with me, and I try to still be the best mother I can be for him, and we still try to be the best parents for him, because I said to my husband when we got home from hospital, I said to him, if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for Dion, I think it would have been so much more difficult, because the house was quiet. When he came home,
that's true.
I could hear his laughter. He would sit with me on the bed. He would know not to touch my stomach because of the C-section scar, and everything. So yeah, I think you must just, it's okay to grieve, but it's okay to grieve even if parenting is hard sometimes. Because it can be hard.
Of course.
It is hard.
If you're doing a good job, it's hard.
It's hard. But yeah, I think you are that little child's whole life.
Yeah, everything.
So you are everything. You are the moon, the stars, and the sky, and everything. So my only dream and hopes for him is that I can be the best mother for him through my grieving journey, because you grieve and then you get so irritated because you're so mad because why did this happen, and now he comes to you and he wants a sweet and you don't want to give him the sweet. Now you want to grieve, but then rather just take a moment with him because he's still with you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's why it's important to make those little moments in time where you do get to just be by yourself and let it all out, because you have to be so on top of it the whole time with the little ones.
Yes, that's the thing.
You can't constantly be just in that space. You have to take small, I call it little pockets of time that you make time to care for yourself. And part of that is grieving and crying. Part of that is journaling and talking and or just being with yourself with those thoughts and sitting through them and letting them be. And acknowledging that they are there.
That's
you
the
can't
thing.
just shove it down and try and go on.
And a thing that is so important for me is mental health. Mental health matters.
Okay.
So you need to look after yourself, and then all the rest will follow. And then I don't know how to pronounce it, but my mental health is obviously not at a good space at the moment because of the first birthday coming up or whatever. So there is moments where I get more irritated but then someone reminded me last night that your mental health matters. And all she said was jou gesondheid is ook belangrik. So it's important.
Because we tend to forget about ourselves.
You tend to forget about you.
So much about,
you forget about yourself.
On your parenting, on your children, on the house that keeps going, and life keeps lifing, and you forget about yourself.
And you forget to wash your hair.
Yes.
And because you don't, you need to you make sure everyone else is sorted out, but you're not sorted out.
And so then your cup runs empty, and what do you have left at the end of the day? It's really tough. What does meaningful support really look like for someone who's grieving pregnancy and infant loss, and what advice would you give family and friends to support someone going through this?
My main thing is don't be afraid to acknowledge the baby.
I think a lot of people
don't be afraid.
A lot of people are scared to ask, how are you feeling?
Acknowledge the loss. Say the baby's name. Remember the important dates. Keep checking in. Even months later, just ask. Or even years later, just ask. Listen, how are you doing? Don't be afraid to say. Don't be afraid that you think you're going to say something wrong. Because maybe what you said will be the right thing.
Right. It's actually opening the door to a conversation that I need to have.
And don't try to find the perfect words or explain why it happened. Just be present.
Don't try to fix it.
No. Grieving parents don't need someone to fix it.
No.
They need someone who is willing to walk alongside them through it.
Yes.
Don't try to fix it because you're not going to fix it.
Nothing is going to fix it.
No, nothing is going to fix it.
But it helps to have someone hold space for you.
Yes. Hold your hand, put on your tackies, and walk alongside this path with me.
That makes so much sense. What does healing mean to you now? I know you are still in the whole process, and it might still be a long time before we get to talk about healing, really. But what do you think that would look like for you?
For me, healing it doesn't mean forgetting. Doesn't mean the pain disappears. That I know no longer miss my boys. I miss them every day. I still have the future that I planned for the first one as I had for the fourth one. So yeah, I don't think grief ever truly leaves you. I think you just carry it differently. I don't think you can't tell a grieving parent that you need to stop grieving now.
No.
Grief has no timeline.
No. It's time to heal.
It's time to heal or get over it, or no.
No.
You get over it. You get
Yes.
over it, because there's a saying that goes, hurt people hurt people.
I like to use that one.
So you are hurt, so don't hurt me through my hurt.
Yes.
Check on yourself, and I'll be there for you too, but be there for me now.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
So yeah, and people often think after so much loss, hope disappears. But yeah, healing for me means choosing the hope, even when your heart is broken. It means believing that although some of our chapters in our story has been filled with unimaginable loss, that God is still writing our story. So yeah, my husband and I we are still holding on to the hope of welcoming another baby. Because that is what we want. We want another child. So
and that's valid.
Yeah, and
that's
through
valid.
our grief we still hold on to that hope.
Yes.
And that hope doesn't replace our boys. It existed because of them.
That's true.
So
that's a beautiful perspective.
Yeah, we don't want to replace them, never replace them. But I think everyone knows that we long for this baby.
Yes.
So yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Healing actually means just holding on to hope and not spiraling in the hurt.
Yeah, and then just trusting God to write your story, because our story isn't over yet. He's still writing our story for us. And
regardless of what comes with that story, you just take it one day at a time, like you said.
And healing for me was also I felt very distant from the Lord in that time. I questioned him a lot. I was mad and everything, but then I remembered that even if you are alone and nobody is with you, He's with you. He's walking this journey with you. There's a reason why He did what He did, taking the babies. There's a reason for it. So yeah.
We don't know, we don't understand.
No,
but we can trust.
We can trust. Throughout the healing journey, obviously, you need to trust. You need to trust, because when we got pregnant again this year, I was like, oh, thank you so much, and we were so happy. And obviously, we were scared because we don't want to.
Of course.
What happened to happen again?
Yes.
But then it didn't happen. But there was a time when I was in the hospital. I said to Jose, listen, I don't want to have another child. This is our sign. We don't need another child, and I don't want to go through this again, because it's it's embarrassing when the nurse tells you, weren't you here the other day? So
I'm sorry, I had to go through
that. So they will say that, but then they will open the file, and then they will see why you're here. And then you will see the look on their face like, oh shit, I just said what I said. So I don't want to go through that, and I don't want to put my husband through that again. But then we talked and everything, and we are choosing God on our path. We're going to another doctor in September. We're going to Dr. Botha. We're going to him, and then we're gonna see where the path takes us. But we are still hoping and praying that we will get our baby. But we just need to. I think the most important thing is to trust, and it's not your time; it's His time. And I think that's a difficult thing for me, because if I want something, I want it now. So
That's
why is it
human
not
nature.
happening?
It's human nature. And
So,
that's very
yeah.
valid. That's so true.
But yeah,
It makes so much sense. Well, I'm going to be hoping and praying right there with you.
thank you.
I really want to see this happen for you.
Yeah.
And I think everything that you have done, just putting yourself out there like this and
Yeah.
coming on and being vulnerable, I really think is a beautiful thing. And you should be very proud of yourself. Outside of your comfort zone,
Yeah,
but at the same
definitely.
time, you've
Yeah.
really, I think, said a lot of things that could give a lot of
Yeah.
some hope and at least some comfort.
Yes, yeah.
And I think that's going to be important. So
Yeah.
I hope the right people hear this, and
I hope so too.
I hope you feel good about
Yes, and
choosing to do this and
yes,
choosing
yes,
advocacy.
I do, and
It's a hard path to walk when
It
you choose
is.
to advocate for anything. You
It
are going
is.
to
Yeah,
stumble
yeah.
sometimes, but
I think the
it's
main
great.
thing is for me is that my babies may not have lived long, but
Yeah.
they left an impact of a lifetime,
Mm.
and that is their legacy, and I can only hope to honor it every day.
I love that.
So yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. So thank you for you for the time.
Thank you for trusting me. With
Yes,
this. It's a
and
hard one.
I just want to say that just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who's supporting us through this journey. For a grieving parent, that means a lot, and will forever be grateful for our village, as well as the people who simply just praise for us. We will forever be grateful, and the Tani in Spar who stops you and to tell you I'm thinking about you.
Wow.
Or the I was in hospital not too long ago because I had influenza B. So our the priest came to us and he prayed for me and he said, you know what, you're so special to me. And then he started crying because of Anku, and then he was the one that buried him, and he was so emotional that day. And then afterwards he said to me, that was the first time in his life that he did a funeral for a baby of so small.
Yeah.
And so we don't think that other people is also affected by it, but they are.
You don't even understand the
Yeah.
impact that that little baby had
Yeah,
in
yeah,
their short life. It's beautiful that people remind you of that.
yeah. And then I even if you just pray for us, or even if you just say, listen, send me a message and say, listen, I'm thinking of you today. We do appreciate it. You don't need to buy us food, or you don't need to buy us flowers. Flowers go dead in any case. Just be there, present, and just tell us, listen. Like the friends our tight friendship, they made me a box of all the stuff they already bought for his baby shower.
Wow.
So we have all that, and then the other day when he was 6 months, we made him, my mother and my sister made him a cabinet. So we put everything there. He's my first pregnancy test. My the little thing where the ashes is in, the clothes, the little shoes, everything is there. The little teddy bears the two omas gave to us in the hospital, everything is there. So whenever we feel it's been a day, just go to that thing and just
have a
talk
moment.
to him. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.